Silence is one of the great arts of conversation. Marcus Tullius Cicero. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a world where noise surrounds us at every corner, from the hum of technology to the chatter of people and the constant rush of life. Yet, amid this chaotic storm, there is one powerful tool that is often overlooked: silence. But what if I told you that silence is not a void to be feared, but a weapon to be wielded? That silence is where true battles are fought and true victories are claimed. That the strongest warriors in this world aren't the ones who shout the loudest, but those who know how to stand in the stillness and conquer the battle. You fight alone. Silence isn't simply about keeping your mouth shut. It's the art of quieting the mind and your surroundings. It is about stepping into the arena of your own thoughts and facing the hardest battles, the ones no one else can see. We fight battles all the time. Some are in plain sight, but the most crucial ones are those we face within ourselves. These internal struggles, the fight against doubt, fear, guilt, and insecurity, are fought in the solitude of silence. Why silence? You might wonder, why silence? Why not a loud, boisterous call for help or a roar to the world? The answer is simple. The louder the outside world gets, the softer we must become inside. When you face a battle, it's not always about what's happening around you. It's about how you handle what's happening within you. You see, the world is filled with noise. People who criticize, judge, and try to steer you off your path. The world will tell you that you are not enough, that you're failing, that you don't matter. The noise gets so loud sometimes, you start to question your worth. But silence, true, inner silence, can drown out all that external noise. It's in the stillness that you find clarity. It's in the silence that you discover who you truly are, your true strength, your true potential. And that's when the real battle begins. The battle to silence your inner critic, your self-doubt, your fears. Silence doesn't mean weakness. In today's society, we often associate silence with weakness. People think if you don't speak up, you're afraid, you're invisible, you lack confidence. But silence is not weakness. Silence is strength. Take a moment and think about the most powerful leaders, the ones who have changed the course of history. Did they scream their vision from the rooftops? Or did they, in moments of deep reflection, take time to understand the battle within before speaking? They knew that true power comes not from shouting, but from knowing when to be still. The art of silence is a superpower. It's the ability to choose your words wisely, to listen deeply, and to think before you act. It's understanding that the loudest person in the room doesn't always have the most power. The power of silent reflection. Let's delve into this idea of silent reflection. Have you ever been in a situation where everything felt like it was spinning out of control? Maybe you lost a job or faced a setback or were betrayed by someone you trusted. Your mind races with questions. You seek answers from everyone around you, trying to make sense of the chaos. But often, the best answers come when you pause. Think about it for a moment. The moments of true clarity in your life didn't come when you were scrambling to make decisions, drowning in noise. No, they came in those quiet moments, those times when you were alone, thinking things through, reflecting on what was really important. The power of silent reflection is knowing that the answers you seek aren't out there, they're within you. In the silence, you connect with your intuition. You begin to understand that everything you need to overcome any challenge has already been planted inside you, when silence becomes your weapon. There are times in life when silence is more than just a pause between words. It becomes a weapon in your arsenal. There's a certain power in standing your ground, in choosing to remain silent while the world tries to push you into a corner. Think of a moment when you've been tested. Perhaps someone tried to provoke you. perhaps an argument started to rise. In that moment, there's a choice: to react, to respond with anger or frustration, or to remain silent. Silence in those moments is not retreat, it's strength. It's the ability to remain composed while the world loses its mind around you. You don't need to fight every battle. Sometimes the best strategy is to stand still and let your silence speak louder than any. Why we often fear silence. We fear silence, don't we? We are scared of what we might hear in the silence. We're afraid of confronting our inner demons. It's much easier to fill the air with noise than to sit in the discomfort of our own thoughts. We live in a world where we're always expected to do something, say something, be something. But here's the truth. Silence is not something to fear. It's something to embrace. When you begin to accept silence, when you make peace with it, you find yourself able to face those uncomfortable thoughts and feelings head on. The more you avoid silence, the louder your fears become. But the more you allow yourself to sit in it, the quieter your fears get. The power of listening in silence. There is a profound difference between hearing and listening. Most of us hear the noise of the world, but few of us truly listen. When we choose silence, we choose to listen, not just to others, but to ourselves. What is it that you truly need? What is it that you truly desire? We often drown out our own voices with distractions, afraid to hear the truth. But silence gives you the opportunity to listen deeply. When you listen, you hear the truth beneath the surface. You hear what needs to change, what needs to be let go of, what needs to be embraced. Silence helps you tune in to the frequency of your soul, the journey of self-discovery. Let's talk about the journey of self-discovery. This is a journey that no one can walk for you. It's a path you walk alone, often in silence. Many of us go through life looking for validation from others, seeking approval that can only come from within. In the silence, you begin to discover who you truly are, not who the world wants you to be, not who others think you should be, but who you are at your core. This journey of self-discovery isn't easy. It's uncomfortable. It's hard. You may face moments where you feel lost, questioning your worth, your purpose. But in these quiet moments, when you let the world fall away, you will find your true power, the strength of solitude. You must understand that solitude is not loneliness. Solitude is a choice. Loneliness is imposed upon you. Silence is about choosing to be with yourself, to embrace your own company, and to grow. In solitude, you find the space to heal, to regroup, to rise. Solitude is where transformation happens. It's where the seeds of greatness are planted, and where true strength is built. In those moments when you feel like you're alone, when the world seems to have abandoned you, remember, it's in the silence that your strength is forged. Silence leads to victory. The battle you fight alone. In silence is the battle for your own peace of mind, your own understanding, and your own success. When you can face the silence, when you can embrace it, you are no longer a victim of the world. You become the architect of your own life. The path may not be easy, and there will be times when you feel as if you can't go on. But in those moments, remember that the greatest victories come in the stillness. The ones who win the battles of life are not the loudest or the most aggressive, but the ones who know how to stand firm, to listen, and to grow in the quiet. Conclusion: power within you. So, as you leave this space today, remember that the power of silence is not just a philosophical concept. It is real, and it is within you. The battle you fight alone is the one that will define you. When you embrace silence, you gain the strength to face any challenge. When you embrace silence, you unlock the power to win. Take a moment now to reflect. When was the last time you allowed yourself to be silent, to listen, to think? The next time you face a challenge, I challenge